Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome back to Let's Build a Desert Village. So I've obviously done a bunch of things since the last episode, which I'm going to give you guys a quick aerial view of, and then I'll go into different explanations of why I did things the way I did them. And overall, I want to hear your guys' thoughts on things that I've done and what you might do differently if you were building this, or some suggestions that you could make, because this is kind of a series where I'm building this, but you're kind of working with me too to build it also, so your input is actually extremely important. Um, so one thing that myself and one person were talking about was some kind of lamp design that was a little bit more intricate than the way I had been doing them before. And it's not like that person didn't think that the way that I was doing the lamps was bad or didn't look good or anything like that, but this person shared a video with me, and I watched the video and I looked at the design. I said, I'd like to do my own kind of take on that. I don't think I want to do the whole redstone thing necessarily, but I kind of did. So I have this action going on in here, and basically I have a thing. I don't know why I did this, because I didn't have to do this, but I did it. So technically speaking, I could have it so it could turn off if I wanted to hook up a daylight sensor to it and have the lights to this whole desert village slash city thing turn on and off at night. That's a lot of redstone. That's very complicated. So I personally don't want to do that. I mean, as much as I love redstone, I personally don't like to do those things. But it was still really fun for me because I could go in and turn that off if I wanted to. I don't know why I would, but I could if I wanted to. So anyways, that was one of the things that I did, and I also added in this road, which I like the road because it adds a contrast, but I also feel like the road looks like a New York City road if New York City roads were paved good. Or basically even better comparison here in New Haven. I mean, if you go downtown, around Chapel Street and the New Haven Green, the roads look beautiful. They look as nice and pretty like this. You come to my section of the city, or anywhere in Hill South, for example, because I'm in Hill North, but even Hill North is pretty bad. But you go to Hill South, you go to I'm trying to think. You go to the Ville, um, anywhere really. You go to even some areas of Fairhaven, the roads look like shit. So to me, this is kind of this looks like a really nice city road, and I guess because this is a city, but I kind of feel like it doesn't work, and I don't know how to make it work. I don't want it to be sandstone because it's going to be just too much sandstone. And I was thinking of using clay, but the clay is so colorful that it's almost too colorful, so it's I don't know what to do. So I don't know what to do. And I did try the other types of stone. I tried, the stone slabs, and I tried these because they can create kind of a bit of a variation, sort of. Let me just show you guys a thing that I did. I'm just gonna fill it in like that. I know that I don't need to do it that way, but I don't care. So I don't need 64 of those. So let's say I wanted to make this look old. So I tried these, and to me that was just too white. There was something about it that really bothered me. I don't know what it was, but something just about it irked me in many ways. So a couple of cracked bricks there at a mossy, and that looks okay. But then to me it was that looks really slummy for the nice part of the city, so that's why it's not there. But I'm but that's too nice, and so I'm having an extreme conflict with this, as you can probably tell. I don't think I'll ever totally work it out for myself, but that's okay. So that's what was going on in my head. I don't need that. So obviously I have this thing here, and I'm very undecided on these beams. I don't know what the hell I thought I was doing there. I don't know if I'm gonna build a house on top of that or something. I feel like that should be holding something up. It doesn't look to me like it's holding up the roof, obviously, because that's all dirt there, so that structurally doesn't make much sense. I thought to myself, well, maybe they have the tools to cut and make fences, but they don't have the tools to just cut up a tree. So, yeah, it was like maybe stylistically they just like to have the entire tree trunk because there's that whole area over there. Maybe they like that style. I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't decided yet. There was something about having it there and not having it connect that was really bothering me. Like, if I just show you guys, just having it like that, something about that gap really offended me. I don't know why. It just did. It was like, it looks like it should connect. And I don't know why I think that, but and I think it probably has to do too with the, let me just put these back and I'll explain. Like, these doodaddy hickeys here, this can't be here obviously because of that, so maybe this is just me poorly designing this or wanting to design this a certain way to have a certain kind of usage and failing. I think I'm failing at this, to be perfectly honest with you. I know I could design this a potentially different way. I'm just not taking the steps to do it. I thought about maybe just removing this altogether and not having it there, but there was something about it that really bothered me, and I did actually remove it and then put it back, because with it removed, this house looks like nothing. I know that's really weird, but the house literally looks like it is nothing. Like there is nothing to that house anymore if I completely remove this roof. I know that's really weird, but the house literally looks like shit. It's like, this is the only interesting thing about it. So even with that giant hunk of a staircase right there, which I'm actually very happy about this staircase. I mean, technically you could walk up this way too, but if you were using this as like the hub for your roleplay map, you would obviously use this because that just makes sense. And then you come up here, it's nice and cozy, you can watch the sunset. So this is actually the only legitimate light source that I have around here other than the lights in the houses, and I kind of like it that way because it's kind of spooky, I think. Because in the reality of it, I mean, if we're talking about like several hundred years ago, maybe, in that kind of timeline, if this were, in a desert area, especially in the Middle East, it would be this dark at night. It really would. Even sometimes today in certain parts of the world, it's actually very bright. It's almost too bright. That's not what I was going for. Actually, let me make it time set night. Let me make it... That's not night enough. Time set... That's as dark as it gets. That is way too bright. Well, they're rich, so I guess that's fine. So anyways, let me show you guys into the house, because this has a purpose to it. So you could, I guess, like, place your orders right here. Again, I don't know why the hell people would need to do that, but that's what they do. They come here, they place orders. There's nothing in there. And then... there's nothing in there, so the person who owns this house sleeps here. I'm not going to sleep in the bed, obviously. They cook there. This is basically like a little, I don't want to say restaurant, but like a little sitting area, a little inn, like a place for people to just go to like sit and eat. I'm very, very proud of these chairs, by the way. I've never really done a chair this way before. There's like a different way that I do it. But this is a chair that like you could technically, not really, but technically sit in. Technically. But not really. But anyways, like, I thought about doing other things, like the boat trick that people do and whatnot, or the minecart trick. But they were too bulky, and to me these kind of look cute and stylish in a way. So I like them. Now, if we could just get trapdoors that are birch colored like the item frames, I don't really understand why the item frames are birch colored anyways, because they should be oak colored, because that's the default wood color in this game, but, I don't know, it kind of adds a nice contrast, so it looks like it's made of different parts, which, I don't know, kind of makes it how can I put, like, do-it-yourself kind of looking, like they're recycled, even though they all look identical. Yeah. So, did I show you guys this? I don't know if this is kind of finished. Well, you kind of saw this finished, but not totally finished. So this is basically like these two houses are just totally merged together, and there's like this little alleyway. So I guess if maybe you were, I don't know, reenacting some, like, you know the movie Aladdin, and there's the part in the movie where he's being chased by the guards or whatever, like the palace guards and whatnot, and you're like, and he's going through all the different alleyways and all the different things. I kind of inadvertently thought of that and inadvertently kind of, I think, started to design this that way, where there's like multiple ways you could go to try to escape. So let's just say you're running along and you're like, oh god, they're chasing me. I can run into here real quick, and then I can hop up here, and then I can go this way, and then they probably won't catch me, or maybe they would because I kind of screwed that up. Or I could just run up here and into the house, and get away. Nee, 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 nee. Now I'm trapped in the house, though, so that doesn't quite work. But that kind of a thing. I mean, obviously, when there's more things here, that will make more sense. I want this to be multi-use, I guess, is my goal here. A hub for a roleplay map, a hub for a survival games map, because this would be a really good survival games map, actually, because there's so many places to hide, and it's actually really difficult terrain, so there's a lot of choke points, like in there is a choke point, so that could be really good. And I mean, I'm definitely going to expand this road out so that there will be other things around here. And I was looking at this cave too, and I'm like, you know, I could use this and turn this like into a mine or something, because it's not actually that big. It's quite tiny. So I was like, I could turn it into a aesthetic mine just for the purpose of doing it. Like, and that's as far down as it would go, and I'd obviously mine it out a little bit and whatnot. So I've been thinking of doing that. But that's basically that. I don't have any other things to talk about with this. That's all there is. So obviously I don't want this video to get too long. So I want to hear what you guys think. If you think I'm going in a good direction, if you want to see me try new things. If you're wondering how the heck I did this, if I put the barrier block in my hand, you can see where the barrier blocks are. And that's basically what I did, was I just put that there, and that did that. If I take the barrier block away, then you can't see the barrier blocks anymore. You wouldn't be able to see those in a survival game anyways, so there we go with that. So that's how I did that. Fun little trick. So anyways, I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, then don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like if you want to see more. For a second there, I couldn't figure out where my character was, and I was like, where am I? I don't know where I am. But anyways, yeah, so I want to thank you guys very much for watching, and yeah, I'm tired. I can't do an outro tonight very well. I'm tired. My whole day has been a lot of running around. Long story short, department meeting yeah, it was a good meeting, but it was a department meeting, so there was a lot. So, anyways, I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you liked this, and if you did, then don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like if you want to see more, and I will see you guys in the next episode.